bullying, inclusion, exclusion in our communities. Steph, in your experience in our community, as women, do we accept each other?
I was walking around before and I actually felt like I was going to throw up. That's how nervous I feel right now. And you know what it is? I worked it out over there. I'm worried you won't accept me. So in short, no, we don't. As a community, we don't. And if you look at the past 5 days, and I thought I woun't talk about this, but I've got to talk about this. If you look at the last five days on Facebook, in the papers, and the conversations in the street, of course we don't accept each other. We're at each other's throats about one single decision. So the whole purpose of Women Say Something when we put this together was to actually bring diverse communities together, to learn about each other, to share, and to actually start to actually accept everyone. And I thought we were getting somewhere as a community. I really, really did. And the last week, I just think we haven't. And I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. And that's just our community side, and the question is, as women, do we accept each other? And I don't think we do. I think we try to. I think we pay a lot of lip service to it. I think, I think sometimes we do, sure. I think our networks and our friends were very supportive of each other and very accepting of each other. But how many people have walked into a lesbian event and worried about what you're wearing, what they're going to say about you? Are they going to accept me? Am I going to meet someone? Am I going to be able to talk to anyone? A perfect example, I went to Lemons, and Amanda, I'm sorry, but I don't go to Lemons because I don't feel accepted there. And I stood up there for an hour and a half, and I started to make conversations with women, and no one would talk to me. And I don't know why. I don't know whether it was the type of event it was, but I found that kind of weird. I thought our community had come a bit further than that in the 33 years been walking down that street. So, I'm interested in what other people think about this, but I can only really talk about my own personal experiences in our community. And what I actually wanted to do is talk a little bit about my experiences outside the community, which is kind of interesting as well. I've worked in advertising for the past 18 years, and I've just got out of that industry, thankfully, thanks to a woman who accepted me and supported me, and someone who I'll be grateful for a long time. But that industry, and I think, Jane, you might want to add to this, is not that female friendly.
Oh, hush, young man.
You can get to a certain level in advertising and then you hit a real glass ceiling. And
you hit a thick layer of men.
True.
Slightly different from glass, isn't it?
Or a layer of thick men.
Who like their little pretty account managers.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really fit into that vein, that little pretty account manager. Can you imagine me wearing stilettos? Come on.
Just give me a moment.
But I did wear a wedding dress earlier in the year on stage in the RHI at midnight at the party. Thanks, Peterson.
You look good.
But yeah, I wouldn't wear the stilettos. I wouldn't play the game in advertising, and I hit a ceiling. And I think it was a male-imposed ceiling. But Jane, I think it was also a female-imposed ceiling, because the women in those agencies that I worked for, I didn't fit that grain either. So outside of our community and in the mainstream, you're a little bit different. Are you accepted? Question mark. And I think we've still got a long way to go as women, as feminists, as human beings, really, until we're all treated equally, until we get to a point where it doesn't matter what you dress like, what you look like, how you talk, because we've got a long way to go. So, no. Short answer?
No.
No.
There you go.